Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about how LL1 parsing table is going to accept the input strings. In our previous class, we clearly discussed about predictive parsing LL1 construction of the table, how we need to construct the table. That already discussed in our previous class. This is a continuation class. Please watch our previous class and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Here we are using in our last class we used the example for expression grammar and we constructed the table. Now coming to the predictive parsing LL1 acceptance. This is going to use an extra stack memory is used, and we are writing a program to accept this. What's this program, what's the need of this program, what's the conditions that happen in this program, we will understand. And in our last class we constructed the table. Parsing table has been constructed and input is taken in a buffer like this. Take an input string like this, a plus b star c, and we added a dollar symbol. Why we are adding a dollar symbol? Because at the end of the input dollar is added by the compiler. That discussion made in our previous classes. In the stack memory also we are going to add dollar and the first non-terminal in our context free grammar. What's the first non-terminal in our context free grammar for expressions? E. Those symbols should be added initially. Now the program will take care of what's the steps it is going to do. Let's try to understand with the example. So this is the table which we have constructed in our last class. So this is the table. Hoping that you already know this table. Our program starts like this. Initially stack, on the stack we are having E dollar symbol. Top of the stack consists of E and the input consists of ID plus ID star ID dollar symbol. This is what the input space consists of. So A plus B star C, after converting it to from lexical analysis space, it is converted like this. ID, A means ID plus B means ID, C means ID, ID plus ID star ID dollar. This is what the input that comes for the parsing table, parsing phase. Now it happens, it goes like this. What's the top stack top symbol? E. What's the input symbol? Input is pointing to the first input symbol. E ID. Check the table. E ID. What's our production says? E tends to T E dash. So pop the E from the stack, means pop the top of the element from the stack, add these productions. T E dash should be added to the top of the stack. So T E dash dollar ID plus ID star ID. Still our input is pointing to ID, first ID. What action we have taken? E tends to T E dash. That is what we have done. So action is mentioned here. Now coming to the T, what is the input? ID. T ID. What's T ID says? T tends to F T dash. Pop the first input from the stack of the top of the stack, means T should be popped out. In place of the on the stack we have to push F T dash. F T dash E dash dollar. ID plus what action we have taken? T tends to F T dash. Now coming to that F ID. F ID. Check the symbol. F tends to ID. So in place of pop the F and place ID. ID T dash E dash dollar. ID plus ID star ID dollar. F tends to ID is the action that we have taken. That is what. So this is what the program, predictive parsing program is going to do. It is using this table and it is going to use the stack and it is going to check the input symbols and do these actions, and finally the output will be come, whether it will says that the given input string is accepted or not. How it will do, let's try to understand. We are up to here. Now ID okay, means there is a match. Stack top symbol and input symbol is going to match. So take out the stack top symbol and we are moving one step towards the input symbol. On the input memory we are moving one step right. So that's why we are removing this and plus ID star ID dollar. We are taking out ID and placing it here. This is the matched symbol. So now what action has been taken? We are matched ID has been taken. that is the action that has done on the programmer. ID has been matched. Now coming to this T dash plus, what it says, T dash plus, what it is saying, T dash tends to epsilon. That's why pop T dash, placing epsilon means there is nothing. That's why E dash dollar. What action has been taken? T dash tends to epsilon. Now coming to that E dash tends to E dash and plus. Check here, E dash plus. What action we have to do? E dash tends to plus T E dash. Pop E dash and place plus T E dash, plus T E dash dollar, plus ID star ID dollar. What action we have taken? E dash tends to plus T E dash. Now stack top and the input is matching. Take out that, move on the input space, move one step right side, take out the stack symbol and add it to the matched symbols. ID plus has been matched. After popping out of the plus, T E dash dollar ID star ID dollar has been remained. What action it has been taken? M means match, matching the symbol plus. That is what we have done. Like that keeps on doing. We are not explaining the remaining things. The same two steps. If there is non-terminal on the input, if check the table. If it is on the input terminal, check the conditions, check the table. What actions we have to do? Pop the stack top, add these production values. If there is a match, take out from the matched symbols. That is what we have to do. Let's assume that if there is a situation like this, here we are having T dash, assume that here the input is pointing to ID, T dash ID. There is nothing here in this block, means some input is not accepted. Error message has to be sent out. Whenever if you match a empty blank box, means there is some syntactical mistake. The syntax is not written correctly. We are not going to accept that. That is what the meaning of this empty boxes. This is important point you have to understand. Like that you have to process till the end. This is the table. Anyway, we are going to place this table in our website learningmonkey.in in the compiler design course. If you want to check the total productions, you can go there and you can check the tables, both the tables. So at the end, if you see dollar symbol, on stack we are having dollar symbol, on input we are having dollar symbol, means string is accepted. This is how we are using tabular method to process the given input string and checking the acceptance of the given. Means we are going to check whether the given input is syntactically correct or not. For expressions, we have written only for expressions. Like this, we need to create a table for our entire context free grammar, which is going to identify the syntax of all the statements, if statements, do statements, accepting the expressions, all those that context free grammar. We have to construct this table and we use LL1 parsing program to check the syntactically correct or not. Hope you understand the concept of LL1. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.